Hello guys, welcome back to another chess video. This is Amit here, and today I'll be showing you all an interesting game played by Anand in the year 1985 when he was still around 2200 rating. So he was with black pieces and he played against Purna Sharma Mitrakant. Sharma Mitrakant was with white pieces, and the game went like with the Sicilian opening. White played a Sicilian 7-engine kind of setup. So there are three key points to be noted in this game, which I'll be sharing with you all, so that you get to know a bit of the critical moments of the game. The game opens with e4, c5, and f3, e6, d4, cd4, knight d4, knight f6, knight c3. This is a normal Sicilian opening, and here black played d6. So and white continued with his development, bishop e2 and a6 and f4. f4 is to counter any effect of the e5 pawn, and he opens with f4, trying to attack on the black's king side. And here Vishwanathan Anand played bishop to e7. So bishop to e7 castles, white castled on the king side. Normally in this kind of setup, white may also even try to castle on the queen side and go for an all-out attack on the black's king. Here castling was done on the king side, and now black also castles on the king side. Bishop e3, queen c7, king h1, knight bd7, g4. Now he continues to push his pawns towards the black's king, because the white's bishops on e2 and e3 are eyeing on the king side, so he is going for an all-out attack. So here black played knight to b6, trying to counter something, to get something or exchange of one of the strong light square bishop of white by getting his knight to c4, so that he can pressurize on the b2 or the e3. So he is trying to get that, but here white proceeds first with the attack by pushing the pawn to g5, and knight f2 d7 is played, and rook f3. Rook f3 is he may even try getting his rook to h3, and later trying to get his queen as well there, and to that h file, and try to attack the h7. This is the idea of his rook f3, rook lift to h file. So and here he played rook e8, queen f1. Until this point, white was still having the advantage, and bishop to g8 and a4. He wants to force the knight to move to either c4 or get some response from the knight. So he pushes the pawn to a4, and knight d7 to c5 is played, and here b3 is played, because now he wants to protect the a4 pawn, so it is being attacked twice. So he played b3 and bishop to g7. So, and here comes the critical moment of the game. So this critical moment is that the bishop, which was on the f8 guarding the d6 pawn, was guarded heavily, but since the bishop moved to g7, now white has the idea to capture his bishop, and hence capture the pawn on the d6, and henceforth thereby push f5 as well, and try to get something on the queen side. So he sacrifices a knight. This is not that easy to find out in a game, real-time game, because knight d to b5, no one thinks of sacrificing a knight for 2 pawns, but the position demands. So here he sacrificed the knight, and Anand accepted the knight sack and attacks the queen to e7, captures the pawn on the d6. Now white is given a knight for 2 pawns, and here black goes back playing with the knight to d7. Now f5 is played, bishop to e5 attacking the knight on the d6 square. So here white captures the pawn on the g6 and f captures g6. So now here white has clear advantage because the black's king is open and his pieces are in an attacking position. So he played the move rook to f7. So rook to f7 is played so that he is attacking the queen, and at the same time if queen moves to d8, then bishop captures a knight, or knight to c4 attacking the bishop, and the position falls miserably for black because the knight on the d7 becomes overloaded. He has to guard the e5 bishop as well as the c5 knight, so it becomes overloaded and one of the piece may fall, and white will be at an advantage because he already has 2 pawns for a knight. So instead of giving up lamely, Anand tries to consolidate by taking the knight on the d6, and rook captures the e7 queen, and bishop into e7, and bishop c4 attacking the pawn on the e6 square. Here black plays knight to e5 and bishop to b5 and rook f8. Rook f8 is played by black, and here comes the critical moment of the game, another critical moment of the game. One single mistake at a certain level of play matters a lot, because one move which was missed by white, Anand took heavy advantage of it and converted into victory because of the one simple mistake, which was white played the move queen to e2. Queen to e2 was getting the queen away from the attack, but because of this the b7 and h1 diagonal becomes highly affected because of this, so which we'll get to know in the game. So here Anand played b6. He wants the bishop to come to b7 and thereby attacking the e4 knight and pressurizing it a lot. So here white played bishop to d4. So bishop to d4 is played in order to remove the knight from the e5 square, but Anand plays a brilliant move and he ignores the attack on the knight, and he sacrifices the knight on the e5 by playing the move bishop to b7. So bishop to b7 is played, and now the e5 pawn is attacked twice, so he has to respond, and white captured the knight on the e5 square, and here black captures the pawn with the knight. So here white has to give up his queen, because if the queen is moved elsewhere, then black simply takes the g5 pawn and then gives a check, and once king comes to g1, then knight to h3 is a checkmate. So here white tried to avoid that by playing king to g1, and knight to g5 was played, and at this point it was resigned by white, because now if h4, then black knight comes to here, and if king comes here, then knight comes to d4 and queen is lost. So, and black will be rook up. So at this point white resigned the game, and Anand won an interesting game, even though he had lost. He had exchange of queen for rook, bishop and a knight, and he gave up 2 pawns for that as well. So this game shows the importance of the minor pieces in the game, attacking game. So Anand was able to somehow consolidate a win from this game. So hope you like this video. If you like this video and want me to make many such videos, so you can try to subscribe to my channel, so that it will encourage me further to do many such videos. Thank you.